Hi TS, thanks for the Twitch sub. The show will go on, but thank you TS. Well timed as well. Congratulations. Anyways, showtime. Happy Tuesday afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to the Drive-Thru Sim series for the penultimate round of Season 2, coming from Michigan International Speedway. It's the Dodge Dealers 200, and joining me, Drive-Thru, in the booth, a very special guest for this week, it's CodyHGaming.
Hello, everybody.
And he's going to be hanging out with me throughout the duration of this race, and it should be a real fun one. Last season in Michigan was a mess of sorts, but also ended with a driver using a lapped car as a weapon to take out the leader and win the race. See if that sort of process can be repeated this season, but I highly doubt it. Anyways, pre-qualifying is underway as usual, starting off nice and early with all of the uncharted cars here. 12 drivers fighting for just 5 spots available in the race, which means some hearts are about to be broken. Once again, if you're subscribed on Twitch, or if you're a $5 patron or higher, you can get access to live timing and scoring and follow along as the events progress throughout the day. Get access to everyone's lap times, all the information as it happens, live on track.
If you're watching on YouTube right now, make sure to lick that like button. I see you guys up there. I see you watching.
Or if you're watching on Twitch, you're cool too. Appreciate it. All y'all, YouTube and Twitch. As usual, first driver to put a lap down is number 1 of Jared Preston Plays YT with a 37.7. Not that quick. In fact, he just dropped down to second with Hoodlum putting a 37.6. Should be pretty empty. You got 12 cars spread out throughout 2 miles of surface. Well, I think draft is going to come into play here.
There we go. Just resizing my window for your stream on my second monitor. There we go. It's better.
Sabretooth has a bit of draft here from Hoodlum, and he might be able to bring himself up the board. 37.4 for him, but Hoodlum does a 37.1. Definitely the fastest time we've seen so far today.
I'm just watching the Twitch delay, because it's only like 2 or 3 seconds behind the screen share, because the screen share is like really
Is it poo-poo?
and choppy.
I can just turn that off then.
Yeah, I can like really only like 2 seconds.
And you have timing and scoring.
Yep, exactly.
Very similar drivers to last week. Cigar's in the 24, TS is in the 34, and Ed Soundhead in his home race is behind the wheel of the number 40, hoping to actually make another event. He's DNQ'd all but one of his attempts so far this season.
What a beautiful paint scheme that is.
TS Media top of the board with a 37.0. Putting together a great lap, and it looks like he's got some drafting help from VGO3, and Janza jumped up to second with a 37.1. And he's all alone on track, that 47.
Ed's got to get in the draft and get a good lap here if he wants to make it into the feature event.
Ed Soundhead sitting dead last with a 38.0, way behind everyone else. See his time as he crosses the line here. 37.4. That's not good enough to put him in the top 5.
He has that car coming up behind him. Maybe you can catch up and do a little 2-car tandem and help each other draft a little bit.
And we know Jans is quick. Pretty much every week he's qualifying his way into these events.
It's on the top of the board right now. The first sub 37 time so far with a 36.979.
And could go even faster here if he picks up some more draft from Ed. So he could be putting together a cracker of a lap. I think he had draft all the way around.
I'd be surprised if he isn't faster this lap.
At the line, 36.781. No doubt that'll move Janza into the main event. I don't think that time can be beat at all. Ed is up to 10th with that 37.4, but it is not looking good for him or his team owner, Pantallica. They're sitting 10th and 11th right now.
Both
those
let's see what
PTM
this next
cars.
lap gives him. He's had a nice push from the 47 this whole time, so maybe they can...
Well, Jans is
see
going to
if he
dip
gets a good
down into
run.
the pits because he set that quick lap. I mean, they're pretty much done in the 47. Ed crosses line 37.5, not faster. VGO3 also put together a good lap, the only other driver to go sub 37 seconds with a 36.918. And he did that all on his own. That 82 also looking quick. His teammate Emmett Lashbrook also in the top 5. So right now in the top 5, Janza, that independent entry at the top, then it's both of the mechanized racing cars and both of the power sport racing cars. So Ace Moneymaker in the 52 is 3rd, and TS Media in the 34 is 4th. And then Emmett Lashbrook in the 08 is in 5th. So Carnation Motorsports on the outside looking in. Cigar is 6th, and Hoodlum is 8th. Remember, only the top 5, once this timer runs out, are going to make it into the main event. The bottom 7 are going home.
What? 22 and...
Sorry, I just love that alert.
Thanks for the amateur hour. Good God.
Good God. Ed Soundhead needs to get some drafting help here. So he's back down to the bottom of the board.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, once again, it's PT Motorsports sitting 11th and 12th. The slowest of the slow, and it is not looking good for, honestly, that team as a whole going into next season. Ed's going to pull out of the pits back on track with some fresh tires. Less than 3 minutes on the clock. He's going to have to find some speed in the next little bit here.
See if he can get behind one of these cars that are already on track. Get a nice, good draft here right off the bat. Because he's only got time for 2 or 3 laps tops.
TS Media is sitting in 4th. He's coming back out on track again. Pantallica and the 66 of Sabretooth, they're still sitting in the pits. Running out of time here.
Is that clock going so
Oh!
Sound Edward.
Nort gifted a sub to DualShock. Oh my goodness. Nort,
See it.
thank you. Stop. That's 7 gifts. Oh my lord. Okay, I'm glad you're done. Thank you. Good God. DualShock, enjoy your gift sub and all your sub rewards.
Good God.
John Jones has had a pretty quiet day as well. His best lap was a 37.3, good for 10th on the board. But he's got a bit of draft here from the 52.
What was that?
37.2, not good enough.
Ed doesn't have any drafting help, does he? Is that
Ed's
him
all
back there?
alone. Going 200 miles an hour into turn 1 and 2 here. But he's got nobody near him. John Jones is the next car up the road. But there's a gaggle coming up behind him. Prested, VGO3, and Sabretooth are all one behind another. Trying to get these quick draft laps in and make the top 5 in this pre-qualifying session.
Yeah, it's a nice little threesome they got going on here. These cars should be a really fast drafting line. Let's see what their times are coming across the line here.
VGO3 with a 36.9. JR Preston plays YT, sets his best lap of the day. That moves him up to 3rd, so that's going to knock Emmett Lashbrook out. Lashbrook down to 6th, and that puts TS Media on the bubble. So JR Preston plays YT with a great push from VGO3. He's going to get into the top 5 in the final minute of this pre-qualifying session.
So can't emphasize enough how important draft is at a track like this, especially these type of cars.
And Ed Sounded has none of it. 37.6, nowhere near fast enough. Bye, Nort. Thanks for popping in.
Bye, Nort.
Also, yeah, Alpha D, man, this is not real people.
10 seconds left.
So as the clock hits 0, drivers will have a chance to complete any laps that they have started. But it's not looking good for Emmett Lashbrook. He got knocked out. Sabretooth just went up to 3rd.
Yeah, he's going to have another good lap here because he was right in the draft.
36.9 from Sabretooth knocks TS Media out at the buzzer.
Oh.
So TS Media falls to 6th place and will not make the start of this event.
You hate to see it.
So we'll take a look at the final standings from pre-qualifying. Janza top of the board with an incredible 36.781. I don't know if that time's going to be beaten in the main qualifying session. VGO 3 seconds. Sabretooth with a very impressive run in 3rd. Got that 2-car draft in front of him. Jared Preston Plays YT also in that group. He finished 4th ahead of Ace Moneymaker. TS Media will not make the show. Neither will Emmett Lashbrook Cigar, Hoodlum 2002, John Jones, or both of the PTM Motorsport cars, including Ed Soundhead, at his home race.
Not a good day for the Michigan boy.
Not at all. Wow.
You hate to see it.
So we're going to move all of our pre-qualifying cars into our main roster as we do. And then we're going to get all 42 cars on track at the same time. 10 minutes, fastest time sets the order. Simple as that.
Hell yeah.
So Janza unsurprisingly makes the show again.
Always a fast car week in, week out.
But Sabretooth, definitely not a fast car week in, week out. I think he's DNQ'd more than he started, and he's definitely DNF'd more than he's finished.
Really good fortune to be in that drafting line in that qualifying session there. Get a nice fast hot lap.
Good run from
Getting
Ace
into the main
Moneymaker in the 52 as well. But that's it. That's your 42 car field. And we're going to get set for a 10-minute qualifying session, 80 laps. All 42 cars. Oh, it's going to be a fun one. Real quick, let me just check how long the fuel run is, because I definitely didn't do that in advance. It is 49 laps. And with that,
all hyped in the chat for this chase-offs implication race at Michigan Speedway.
this is going to be tough for some of these guys. I mean, right now, you can take a look at the points on the Discord. Hello, I'm you, Richard Herman, Chase the Coyote, and Xander M. They're the top 4. And remember, after this race, the top 4 drivers in the chase-offs will all be tied in points going into Homestead. But some of these drivers have had a rough couple of weeks. Priya McShane sitting out this week. Caleb Stroup, the SSAL champion, behind the wheel of the 41 while Priya recovers from injuries sustained in the massive accident last week at Texas. So
It was an absolutely carnage-filled race at Texas.
Oh, yeah.
Glad everyone was able to make it out okay.
Priya might be back in the car next week. Not entirely sure. She might just sit out the rest of the season and have Caleb Stroup try out that 41 car. So definitely out of the championship hunt. DS Gaming in the 15. He's had a wonderful season. I mean, just a breakout year for that driver. Won a race, finished second a couple of times, but the chase-offs have been rough. Involved in so many incidents. He is way down the order. Same with DNP. They're unlikely to make the final 4.
Well, hopefully with that Dawn car, he can clean up his luck this week and get a good finish here at Michigan Speedway.
Let's see what you did there. NJC behind the wheel of the 30 car. This is his 5th career start. See how he can navigate this big old track in this qualifying session. Also, one other rookie car out there, if I can find it.
5 cars coming out at once. That's going to be a big drafting line right off the bat.
74, Thick Daddy making his 3rd start, I believe, for Savage Racing. This will be his last start of the season. Once again, we'll see what he can do on the big banks of Michigan, as we're getting a couple of these packs starting to form up here. See some drivers working the high side. Boy, DNP got a huge run out of turn 4. Trying to conserve all his momentum getting to the line. Early on, we have one driver under a 37-second lap time. That's KHP in the 8. One of those drivers sort of sitting middle of the chase-offs. So if he can put together a good run, he might have a shot at the final 4. Thick Daddy, top of the board, 36.683.
Wow.
I thought Jan's time couldn't be beat, but oh boy. That 74 is moving fast.
How many more cars do we have in the field now to draft off of each other? So they're going to get huge runs going down these straightaways.
He just went even quicker. 36.542. Guys are going 200 miles an hour into these corners. 200.
The average lap speed is 97.5 miles an hour. The average lap, 98.
198.
Or, yeah, that's what I meant.
Caleb Stroup, in his very first start, he's currently sitting in 5th behind the wheel of that 41. So already working pretty well. He's behind Richard Herman in the 53. It's about as good as you can expect from a substitute driver making his first start. Just casually sitting top 5 in the main qualifying session. AFK just went even faster. A 36.467 from the O2 car.
Jeez. They are flying.
Let's see if we can find where he is on track. He's in the wake of this big group of cars. He's pulling into the pits now.
198.6 average lap speed.
Oh, man. This little lineup of cars is going damn quick. This is what was pulling AFK around, how Thick Daddy got such a fast lap. Rusty Broussard is up there. He's in 3rd. He's second in line.
This next one might be all their fastest yet.
Let's see what David Alvarez can do. He's the last car in this line. If he gets a good run out of 3 and 4. Carnation up to 2nd.
Their tires are warmed up and they're all just in line now.
Oh, Thick Daddy had to get out of the gas. It looks like Alvarez moved up the track a little bit.
Oh.
Carnation went up to 2nd with a 36.485, so he's also flying around here. Alvarez did not get a good lap in. He's 21st. Pure up to 2nd, 36.481. Oh, and he's at the back of a big train.
It is 14 one-thousandths of a second separating 1st and 2nd place on the board right now.
And once again, Pure, after setting a really quick lap, he's going to pull into the pits, get some new tires on it. They're going to get a shot at another run here as we've got just over 4 minutes remaining in the qualifying session.
These guys are flying.
Crazy fast. I mean, 198.7 miles an hour average.
Jeez. I can't even fathom that in a stock car.
Just hauling ass on the top side here in Michigan. My God.
It's like Talladega and Daytona type average lap speeds, but the track way smaller and less banking.
Even the cars all on their own are coming around here pretty quick. But it's when you get those cars in a line together, it just pulls them around here.
Rainey, one of the chase-off drivers, see if he can get the draft in the little group in front of him.
KHP up to 2nd, 36.470, only 3 thousandths behind the fastest time. So that 8 is looking really quick today. He had a bunch of draft here from the 28, fittingly enough. CodyHGaming.
Hey.
Caleb Stroup down to 7th, but still holding his own. Pretty high up there in the order. You know, after such an impressive run, barely getting into the race at the end of pre-qualifying. I don't know where he is on track, but the one of J.R. Preston Plays YT is at the bottom of the board with a 37.5. He's 4/10 below the next car. So it is not looking good for the one, but he's going to be able to get a bit of draft here. A push from the 42 of Julio Caesar, some help maybe from the 91 of Crispy Fried Racer.
He just has to not check up in the turn here.
Wow, it didn't look like a very good 3 and 4. 37.5 was his best. Another 37.5. Hunter B also struggling. He's in 41st right now. That's a driver that needs pretty much a win if he wants to make it into the Final Four.
Time for only a few more laps. He's got to get something done quickly.
Less than 2 minutes left in qualifying. We have a bunch more cars popping out on track for some more laps on fresh tires.
Might be too late, though, to get up to speed and get a
I think
full
we'll
lap
get
with
something.
drafting.
Rusty Broussard and Chase the Coyote, the two players in the crazy finish that this race had last season, running together here in qualifying.
It is
Rusty
3
Broussard is-
1,000ths of a second separating first
Oh,
and
yeah.
second.
And then 4 separating third and fourth, and they're pretty close there as well.
KHP has run the most laps out of all the cars out still on the field. He's run 13.
And he's been consistently fast throughout. That 8 car is looking very, very strong here. Last minute of qualifying. AFK still on the top of the board. Preston still at the bottom of the board. Sabretooth, who rarely makes these starts, he's sitting down in 36th. Not too good from the 66 as well.
Sorry, I was eating a piece of mango.
I was eating as well. Simultaneous eating breaks.
Well, just took a little quick bite, just assuming the other one would talk during it. We're professional here, folks.
Here's a solid line of cars. Hunter B, AFK Master, he's on pole. Janza in third. So time is up. Drivers will get a chance to finish their final laps, and then we're going to set the order for the main event. The Dodge Dealers 200 of Michigan.
The feature. Moment you've all been waiting for.
Asteroids had a good amount of draft, so has the 82 and the 2. Let's see what kind of laps these guys can put in. Asteroid Strike sitting in 20th. Crosses the line. Not better. But Luke Rainey jumps up to 10th in his very last lap. So Hunter B down to last. Jared Preston Plays YT. He jumped up to 37th. And here's a quick look at the standings. Although the times are still pretty close together. I mean, Hunter B in last has a 37-1.
With a blistering 36.961 to put himself 39th position. Heck of a starting spot.
It's not great. Ryan Johnston also not looking good. He's 5th in the standings. A good run today will put him into the top 4 in points. But he's going to have to work hard. He's starting from 40th. That is not at all where you want to be. So we're going to do a quick fake qualifying session. And then we're going to get everyone in order, ready for the race.
Just look at how close these times are, though. I mean, you got 40 cars basically within 4 or 5 tenths of a second of each other.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's really darn close. So we're going to take just a couple of minutes to get everything in order. But we're going to stay on the air. You can still chat with us. If you want to ask Cody any questions, please do.
AMA. Maybe not anything, but...
Yeah, this is the slow part where I have to manually go in the save game editor and get everyone in order.
Hi, Spitfire. Should just keep that number 28 car where it's at.
Nah, I think he's gonna fall down the order. It's I mean the end of a full-time career for the 28 as well. Already been announced that CodyHGaming is retiring from full-time competition in the Sim series.
Homestead's the last hurrah.
I think that win in the All-Star race might have been the last hurrah, but that was pretty darn cool. I mean, you never know. You never know.
The non-points race. I get the feeling they're all going to die within 5 laps.
Caleb
Never know with the Sim
Stroup.
series.
Caleb Stroup starting 7th in his first start. It's a damn good
Should
run.
run the Daytona 250. Oh yeah, I'll be like Brendan Gaughan. I'll be just the plate
You
track
could, yeah.
ringer.
Just become a plate ringer, even though you won the All-Star at Charlotte.
Hey, just remember what my core win was in though.
It's true. Yeah, I said retiring from full-time competition.
CodyHGaming core winner. Put that on my resume.
Hire me, please. I will drive. I want to race in NASCAR Heat 4 video game.
I love that phrase so much. So sad to see my name drop each time.
with each new person and qualifying
Dude,
better
last
than you.
week, I was so into it. I was just following the number 28. It's like, hey, he's working his way through the field. He's getting good runs on these restarts. He's making passes. He's avoiding all these wrecks.
Whoa.
And then there's that big wreck that happened right behind me. Then you're watching the
Fiction
replays, and then you
02
come
subscribed
back
on
to like,
Twitch.
Oh, we got a
Present
sub.
time.
Hold up. Jake.
oh,
Thanks for the 6 months. 6 months!
holy kittens.
That's half a damn year. Thanks, pal. Hello. Welcome. Thanks for the resub. You love to see it.
Love to see it.
We are currently setting the order for the main race. But we're very soon going to be racing here at Michigan, and it is... I mean, we saw the speeds these guys were going in qualifying. Put them all together in a pack. I think we might see some 200-mile-an-hour lap times. I mean, average 200-mile-an-hour lap times.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Yeah, that caution mid-race last week. You come back from the replay and it just shows my wrecked car like under caution. I'm like, no.
You hate to
What
see it.
happened?
It's the Sim Series chaos.
You
It'll
never
get
know
you.
what's going to happen in the Sim series. If you aren't watching the drive-through Sim series, what are you watching?
No one's safe. Even when you think you're safe, you're not safe. Only when that
Even it's under
checkered flag
caution, you can
flies.
still get totaled.
Yep. Definitely happened before. Happened in one of the very
Oh,
first races.
I saw it happen with my own 2 eyes.
And you can see the Sim series happen with your own 2 eyes. Live every Tuesday. Except this is the penultimate race, and there's only one more after this. So you better watch next week when we crown a champion. All right. Oh, what? Oh.
DCzer0 subscribed on Twitch. Hi DT.
Hi, Julio. Thanks for the 2 months.
Love-
Thanks for the Prime
Love
sub.
to see it.
Man. All these Prime subs. You do love to see it. You can use them anywhere on Twitch, but you're like, hey, here's a Prime sub. Right here. Nowhere else. Thanks, pal.
Someone put together a compilation of all the times drive-through's gotten a Prime sub, and then he says that you can use it anywhere, but use it here. So wholesome, I love it.
All right, I'm going to go get some water. I'll be back in like 20 seconds. Cody, don't make a mess.
So, chat, who is everyone's picks for the race today? Who do you want to see come out victorious? Let's see your picks. Who do you got? Who are you rooting for in the chase-offs? Come home as champion. Let's see those picks. In what lap do you think the big one's going to happen? How many flips do you think is going to happen today?
Are we gonna get
5
flips?
flips
We might
minimum.
get flips. 5 minimum? Like one car flipping 5 times, or like 5 cars who
No,
flip?
5 separate cars flipping.
Oh,
Not
okay.
one. There's just going to be a big smash 'em up going into one.
All right,
Sure.
we're gonna get ready for the command, and then we'll get back to commentating. Here we go.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
Whoa.
All right, boys. Pace and rhythm all day today. Driver's compartment, crew chief, pit crew. Pace
I
and
will
rhythm all day.
never
That's all we need.
get over how much I love the van.
The Sim Series Pace van leads the field onto the banking, led by the AFK Master with, I believe, his first pole in the Sim Series.
You need to teach me how to switch out the pace vehicles and mods.
Oh, it's actually not that hard.
Is that a mod thing?
You can just drop some stuff into the folder.
Like, it's kind of just basically like a MIP almost? Just like a add-on?
Yeah, you just have to drop, I think, like 5 or 6 different files, depending on which pace fan it is. Or pace
I
car.
realized I could change the pace cars to be accurate to real life in my reenactment instead. That much more level of accuracy.
You mean pace vans everywhere?
Hell yeah.
It looks good, that pace van.
Love the scheme. Of course, the Drive Through Sim Series logo.
I painted it myself.
Love to see it. Is there any hidden shrimps on that van?
No.
Aw.
This was pre-shrimp era. I made this like a year ago.
Oh, how young we were.
Those baby shrimps. All right.
Little krill at that point.
We have 80 laps to race here at this 2-mile speedway. And the Dodge Dealers 200 at Michigan International Speedway is green flag. And these boys are hungry racing already.
It is race time, boys.
And already, Thick Daddy going to the bottom 3 wide here for second place. AFK going to cover the middle line. The middle's probably where these drivers are going to find the most speed throughout this race. Oh, Pure's getting squeezed up in the middle. Ringo, thanks for the Twitch sub. Oh, there's a wreck already. There they go.
Oh,
The 20 and the 53 and the 9 goes around. Fireball involved.
Let's keep it.
Oh, it's
keep it fairly
big.
minimum.
Oh, boy. 42, the 92.
Oh, there was a big T-boning at the end.
Well, that
oh, I
was
barely
fast.
squeezed by.
Wow. I didn't expect it to be that fast.
Look what you
One's
did, Ashley.
destroyed. Anderson Reed, who won last week. Oh my goodness. And these drivers are still racing it back to the line. Hunter B and DS
Danny.
Gaming going at it. Oh my goodness. Well, we knew it was going to
I
happen.
hate to see it.
We didn't know it would happen that quickly.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god. Well, let's go back and take a look.
Right when the notification for the sub came up is when the chaos ensued.
It started, it looked like, the 53 of Herman and the 9 of Fireball. And it looks like Ben Pie was in there. Let's take a look from the chopper cam.
We got a little bumper hook action going on.
Coming out of turn 2, Fireball just comes up the track in front of Ben. I mean, the 9 he just turned the 20 up into the wall. That's what took out Herman, and then Fireball stuck in the middle. He ends up getting smacked by the 7, the 12, the 66, the 1.
Got the worst of it for sure.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh.
Tell you what, let's go on board here
You
with
have a
Savage
chance.
Toy Show. Because
Go on board with the 28 at some point too.
we're gonna go on board here with the 60. He was right behind the incident, and I think he barely avoided collisions a couple of times.
Let's see this. Rock avoidance 101 right
There
here.
it goes, on the brakes, up in smoke. Then Heinz getting turned around in front of him, barely misses him, and then just squeezes
Oh.
below the 52. We had another incident in 3 and 4.
Oh,
Pure got turned around.
could have been bigger.
Wow. So is this entirely separate? It
Chase-off
was.
implication.
This was the fight for second as they were wrecking behind them. Pure comes up and squeezes KHP into the wall. Oh my goodness.
Jeez. Yeah, the 61 did that to himself. Carnation gets by with a little bit of damage. He's able to keep going pretty good. Oh, it could have been way worse. Able to just be a single car thing. That secondary incident.
What? Is
Go
it going to
on
be
board
like
with
this
the
all day
28
long?
At some point.
All right, we'll take a look at the 28s on board because I'm sure
There was some good wreck avoidance going on there too.
Let's find him.
I'm still towards the back.
It's a good looking car, first of all.
It's a great looking car. Yeah, look at this
Just
wreck
up
avoidance.
and
I
smoke.
think-
Oh, the one just gets squeezed out of the way and just barely gets through past the 42.
Ooh. Man. I thought I was just seeing things when I saw that number 28 maneuvering through the field, but he actually came out unscathed, looks like.
So any takers for pit road? The 7 got clipped in that wreck. He shouldn't have too much damage, but it looks like they're going to come in and try and fix it. Carnation going to pit as well from 5th place.
Lap 1 chaos. You never know what you're going to get with the Sin Series.
So Carnation pitted, Chase the Coyote pitted, as did the 33, the 15, the 91, the 57, the 61, the 60, the 00, the 20, the 66, and the 42. And we have 3 retirements already because of course we do. Fireball, Anderson Reed, and Jared Preston plays YT.
You hate to see it. I knew for sure Fireball was going to be out when I saw him get T-boned and go airborne.
God damn it, DS, I do test these tracks.
You test them too well.
Apparently.
This is all part of the diabolical Master Shrimp plan.
I knew that was coming.
The chaos.
The diabolical
Michigan
shrimp master plan. Well, let's see if we can get some actual racing in. How about that? We don't have this field looking like tits out here.
That's a series, people. A league. Get your mind out of the gutter. Oops, sorry, I meant to mute there.
All right. AFK is going to lead the field again. Thick Daddy's up to 2nd. Rusty Broussard 3rd. Caleb Stroup in 4th place. With his teammate Jake 24 behind him. The first chase-off driver is Xander M. He's in 8th. So it's not looking good for the chase-off guys so far, but his teammate to AFK Master will lead the field to the green flag as the pace van pulls into the pits. And this single file start should hopefully have things run a little bit smoother.
Green flag. We're racing
Wow, it
again,
is
boys.
absolutely single file on the top side. Maybe a little bit of battles back here as CodyHGaming gets put on the top side with Midlife going underneath him. But the rest of the field is just an absolute freight train down the backstretch. 1 lane and 1 lane only.
Not to keep tooting my own horn, but big mover of the race so far. After that wreck, the number 28 went from 39th to 22nd.
And now we have that 2nd lane forming up. Maybe a 3rd as the 16 of Brad Flynn looks to the inside. Trying to get under VGO3 in the 82. That's going to put Xander M up top. And we've got a battle here for the lead. 3 wide. Rusty Broussard just got to the inside of Thick Daddy. And they both get past the AFK Master. Get a quick replay on that.
Because one incident out of their minds, they just go right back to racing aggressive.
This move was amazing. AFK just slides up the track. He gets out of the groove, and the 55 and the 74 squeeze on through. But now Thick Daddy on the outside with a good run. He's into the lead.
That was a send and a half.
Still side by side for the lead now with the 55 and the 74. AFK is struggling. He's moving on the high side because here comes Caleb Stroup looking for 3rd, but Thick Daddy leads the pack.
It's
Things
such a
seem to
great
be-
run on the outside coming out of the turns with this track.
But even
Unless
if you
you're
run the
completely-
bottom, you can get caught back up to the guy in front of you with how much draft we have here. It's looking like pack racing at Michigan. Top 4 looking pretty more settled out, but Xander M's looking to make some moves on the bottom. Oh, JC, thanks for the YouTube sub. Welcome. Hi, hello.
All those blue banners and splitters and spoilers you see, those are all the chase-off drivers.
Xander M sitting 4th in the standings. Remember the top 4. Oh, Trace Rider's going to put him 3 wide, though. Here comes a 39 at the bottom. He can't make that stick. Almost sideways on the bottom side of the track. There is no grip down there.
Oh, here comes...
He's going to lose out.
With the run on the bottom. Blue
Rusty
Brainy.
Broussard trying to go side by side for the lead again with Thick Daddy. Side by side into turn 1. Thick's going to have the momentum coming out of the corner, though. And will retain that lead. But AFK and the 41 of Caleb Stroup working together here, almost tandeming out of turn 2 and catching right up to 3rd place.
Look at that run.
Now we got the top 4 cars in line, but everyone's checking up a little bit mid-corner. Advantage still to the 74.
They're trying to keep that momentum, though, and just stay in line so they can all get a good run with the drafts coming out of the turns.
Xander M still trying to work that bottom side. He couldn't end up getting past the 25 of Jake 24. Now he gets back up into line in front of Asteroid Strike. That's in 6th place.
I think they're starting to get settled out a little bit here, about 3 laps or so after that restart. Still plenty of battles going on deep in the field. So you can see 2 wide basically the whole way through mostly.
Got Janza, midlife, they're working the bottom side. Looks like the 53 of Herman going to try and get under NJC mid-corner, but they might go 3 wide with David Alvarez in the 11. Oh boy. Herman had to get way out of the gas in that one.
Oh.
Single file further up the order. And it looks like the 98 of Asteroid Strike went to the bottom and it actually worked out. He got past Xander M and Rusty Broussard is going side by side for the lead. Here comes the 02 to push him. And they're going to try and go 3 wide for the lead again. The same 3 cars in the opposite order. AFK has to get way out of the gas. But I think that might have moved Thick further enough to up the track, and the 55's in the lead. Rusty Broussard barely leads, but Stroup is going to push the 74 on the high side.
What a battle these first dozen laps here at Michigan.
That is showing no signs of slowing down. My goodness, this is fantastic racing.
It's hard for anyone to pull away with the just massive suck with the aero package on these cars.
Giant ass spoilers.
So key. Them giant ass spoilers.
Rusty Broussard still trying to work the bottom, has to get way out of the gas. Stroup goes to the high side to try and take second.
Man,
And Stroup has a good run with his teammate Jake on the outside and Asteroid right on the rear bumper of the 25. Then it's the 01. Trace Rider's having probably his best race of the season. He's up into the top 10.
You love to see it.
I mean, it's still looking not great for that 39 in the points, and that whole team going into next season could possibly be losing a charter. But a solid drive from the 39 so far today. So Caleb Stroup
late in the season, no matter the circumstances, will never hurt anything.
Absolutely. I mean, talk about Stroup filling in for Priya in the 41, his second start, and here he is sitting in 2nd place. So he's gotten past Rusty. He's behind Thick Daddy. His teammate Jake 24 is up in a 4th. Rusty's still trying to work the bottom side and make those moves, but he's not going to get any help from the 25 behind him.
74 starting to pull away here a little bit. As long as these guys keep battling side by side behind him, that's giving him a little bit of an edge to start slipping away.
We're going to have lap traffic in a second here, believe it or not. The 60 of Savage Toy Show is running 40.6 second lap times. These guys are doing 36.8s. So this 60 is way off the pace and right in the racing line, and he's going to hold up his teammate.
Hold on to your butts, everyone.
Thick Daddy is being held up by his team owner, the 60, and here comes Rusty to the lead.
It's going to be a talk about
there's a wreck.
After the race.
There's a wreck. Cars around. The 82 of VGO3, following almost the exact same tire marks set earlier.
Single car incident. Wow.
Oh, please stay out of the way. Caution flag is out.
That's probably the cleanest Sim Series caution I've ever seen.
Well, he's got both sides of the car caved in. So let's go back and take a look, see what happened to bring out this yellow. We're on lap 17 of 80 already. My goodness.
Pretty rare to see a single car Sim Series incident.
And you can see the 60 of Savage Toy Show holding up his teammate and giving the lead to Rusty, who many argue should have won this race last season. And I think in the commotion, it looks like maybe the 18 might have gotten to the back of the 82. No. I think VGO3 just thought he was clear. And just squeezes Rainey into the wall.
Looks like the 02 started moving up, and the 82 started following him up as well. And there just wasn't room because there was already a car there.
So caution flag is out. If we have any takers on pit road.
And we have a caution.
Track position seems to be pretty darn important though. And it looks like the leaders are going to stay out. Because from this point where they are right now, they will not make it to the end. So I think Rainey's going to come in to try and fix some damage because he got squeezed into the wall by the 82 to bring out that caution. But everyone else is going to stay out.
That's interesting. I think tires would have been a little bit more worn here at Michigan after 17 laps or so, but
apparently not.
I guess 4 of those or so were run under caution, so that wasn't wear and tear on the tires.
So AFK Master led 6 laps, Thick Daddy led 8, and so far Rusty Broussard has led 3. Xander M, the first of the chase-off drivers, he's sitting pretty comfortably in 3rd place.
DNP Trace Ryder up to 4th.
4th? Wow. I guess through all that chaos, he ended up getting a good run past the lap cars. Thick Daddy fell to 5th. But I'm sure they're going to be pretty hungry on this restart. I already saw Trace making some aggressive moves. I wouldn't be surprised if we see him putting guys 3 wide again. We know he's hungry for a good result, and it seems like the first time all season that 39 has been decently quick.
We love to see it.
Who was out of the race in that lap 1 wreck? That'll be Fireball, Anderson Reed, and Jerry Preston plays YT. So the 9, the 12, and the 1. So Ryan Johnston started at the back. He had to make a lot of moves, and he's been doing okay so far. He's up to 26th. I think he started around 40th. CodyHGaming up in the top half of the field. Chase the Coyote, he's sitting 3rd in points. Richard Herman is 2nd, and they're 21st and 22nd right now. Hello, I'm you in the points lead. He's sitting comfortably in 14th. As long as he finishes, I think he's going to be able to make the final 4. So as of right now, the 7, the 53, the 85, and the 01 will make the final 4 at Homestead. But once again, nobody's safe. It's the Sim Series. You never know.
We are far from over. So one more lap here, and we'll be 25%.
Some guys did hit the pits. 52 of Ace Moneymaker looks like he came in. But he came in a lap later. He's got a little bit of rear end damage from one of those incidents. Probably the first one. We saw a lot of cars get piled into that mess.
So we should have 60 laps to go on this restart. So I believe we'll get the 1 to go signal this time by.
I'll do a little bit of acceleration here. There's the 1 to go. So Savage Toy Show is going to be the lap car on the bottom side. That car is very slow. I mean, 40.6 lap times when the leaders were doing 36.8. I mean, 4 seconds a lap slower.
They all stay to the outside trying to get around him. There shouldn't be an issue, but if there's cars that try dive bombing him going down into 1, we might have some problems before this restart's over with.
I wouldn't be surprised if some of these guys get hungry and try to maybe use him as a pick or get under him somehow to try and get an advantage on the drivers around him.
We're going to find out here in just a sec.
Oh boy, it's going to be a fun restart. So once again, single file apart from the one lap down car of Savage Toy Show. Rusty Broussard is your leader. But there are a lot of hungry drivers real close behind him. Field paces out of turn 4 into the Geico restart zone. Green flag is in the air, and we're racing once again with 60 laps to go at Michigan. And already you can see that 60 going backwards. Trace Ryder going to the top, and it looks like Thick Daddy in the 74 are going to try and go under him. Side by side for 4th into turn 1. That 74 is hungry to get back to the front. And it looks like most of the field, Cody got stuck up behind the 60 a little bit. But most everyone else got by. Thick Daddy clear into 4th place. Rusty Broussard starting to pull away. Trace is struggling. Here comes the 02 to the bottom. Struggling, I say. He only got past these guys because of the lap traffic. We know the 74, the 02, those guys are quick.
Just absolutely fanning out, spreading out when they come out of these corners. Looking for any run that might be there.
A lot of really tight battling in this lead pack. It looks like we have a caution.
Huh?
Rollo.
Oh.
The front end absolutely destroyed, and I think that might have involved the 60.
Heavy front end damage.
Savage Toy Show has more damage, and I can probably guess what happened here. I think it was the 60 just being off the pace. Let's go take a look. Oh, they went 4 wide.
I was a betting man, yep.
60 slow on the top side, and it looks like, oh, they just didn't leave enough space. Chris just squeezed Austin Ripp into him, and that turns the 91 around, which was okay until the 84 gets turned down the track, hits the brakes, and gets piled into. Oh, Rainey's in the wall too.
Oh.
The 2 of Luke Rainey just getting caught up in all this mess. This could be his season coming to an end.
Chase off implications.
Go on board here with Luke Rainey, and I think this was just entirely out of his control in front of him.
Nothing he could have done there. There was no place to go. The car's down below him.
Oh yeah, it just gets piled into the wall. And this season, this championship fight is coming to a close for Luke Rainey.
You never know. You can get that damage fixed up, and you never know what big one might take out other people later down the road.
It's true. You saw that happen with Hunter B last week. Got caught up in an early wreck. He went laps down, but so many other drivers were taken out that he ended up gaining positions in the standings.
Just remember, no one is safe.
So not looking good for Luke Rainey. So we have more damaged cars coming into pit. But they should be able to fix it up to their best of their abilities and keep him out there on track.
DS said the 15 had a great wreck avoidance there, apparently.
Let's go take a look at it. Let's find DS Gaming in the 15. Already has the rear end caved in from an earlier mess. Sees the wreck happen in front of him. Hard on the brakes, right through the middle. Well done.
Oh, nice.
I mean, both of them.
Up behind him.
Let's go on board here, actually. This is fantastic. Oh, yeah, he just has to go to the middle. He doesn't have a choice there.
And look at how quickly it closes up behind him.
Boy, VGO3 could have had this much worse, too. He gets pinballed by the wrecking cars into the 2 of Luke Rainey and manages to keep rolling.
Jeez,
But still took some damage.
Both sides of that 82 machine are just bent up.
They fixed up that 2 pretty good, though. That looks alright. Same with Austin Ripp's 84. So lights are not out, which means we're going to go put them out on the pace van and get this racing going again.
There we go.
All right. Getting ready to go green this time. Rusty Broussard still leads. Not really many moves could have been made at the front with how short that run was. And Savage Toy Show is out. Rollo is also out, which means that puts every single car in the lead lap, which is actually a little bit nicer for our restarts here.
None of these lead pack drivers have pitted yet, have they?
Nope. On the live timing scoring, you can see how many pit stops everyone's made.
Oh yeah.
Green flag.
Yeah,
Rusty Broussard, great start. Yeah, one of the benefits of the live timing and scoring is you can see how many pit stops everyone's made and sort of keep track of the strategy for each car individually.
For the pace lap, it says everyone's last lap is like exactly the same.
Yeah.
141.699. Nice.
Mostly single file at the front with a few drivers in the back opting for the bottom side, the 16, the 47, and the 11. But the leaders are staying, I mean, just perfectly in line. Oh, Asteroid checking up mid-corner, and that's going to send the 01 up the track. Thick Daddy looking for third place here. I think Xander M had to get way out of the gas mid-corner, and here comes Thick Daddy on the bottom in the 74. He can put together a good turns 1 and 2. He can move his way into third. He went from 4th to 5th on the last restart, and here he is looking to pick up another spot. But it's going to be tough because that 01's going to get the run out of the corner, and he's got his teammate, AFK, in the 02 behind him, but Thick Daddy's going to throw a big block.
Oh, wow.
To get back up in line.
And outside just has such a huge advantage at this track, especially on worn tires. Let's get a huge run.
Oh, but Trace went way too high up. He ran out of space. Oh, he had to get way out of the gas. There goes the 41 of Caleb Strope, the 18 of DNP, maybe even his teammate, the 6 as well. Not a good set of corners at all for Trace Ryder.
It seems like the bottom is the preferred line through 3 and 4, but the top is through 1 and 2, almost.
Rusty Broussard still leads, then it's the 98, the 01, and the 74, all tucked one right behind each other's rear bumpers. Through 3 and 4, Xander M peeking to the inside. He has to get out of the gas, and that's going to send Thick Daddy up the track. These mid-corner checkups are really costing these guys.
Just sends the person behind him just way up the track.
Speaking of up the track, we got two McShane Motorsports cars on the top side working together. The 25 and the 16 trying to get around the 6. As points leader, Hello I'm Mute, he's climbing up the order. Up into 13th for him. Still single file at the front as the top 3 starting to gap out 4th place. Thick Daddy, he's had to work hard for it.
Yeah, we've seen passes on both the inside and the outside on these restarts, so I don't know if there's quite a preferred line. Just like I said, it seems like the inside might be the preferred line in 3 and 4, and then you're able to get quite a little bit better of a run on the outside in turns 1 and 2.
Well, it is all single file now across the top 10. As these tires must be wearing, it'll be harder and harder to make moves, especially mid-corner, like some of these guys have been doing.
Now they're just so reliant on draft instead of grip.
Well, it's getting pretty messy down the order here. KHP, Herman, Hunter B. Look at this, 5 chase-off cars in a row here. They're all fighting hard. Johnson's going back. I think NJC just passed around the outside on the 3 and 4.
Wow.
Got around the 92, and he's got a great run in the 8 and the 77 as well.
All right, so the heck what I said about the preferred lines.
Oh, as we're going 3 wide with Carter Friesen in the middle, Pure on the bottom, and Michael Deitch on the top side. He gets a great run through 1 and 2. So I think now as these tires wear, the top side is the place to be, no matter where you are on the track. Xander M has to get out of the gas again. He was close behind the 98.
55 is just untouchable right now. Still leading. Led the most laps of the field so far today. He's at 18 laps led.
Remember, he got the lead because of the lap car checking up Thick Daddy, who's down into 4th place now. But Rusty's been pretty strong here at Michigan. Almost won the race last year until that whole lap car incident.
Now, ironically, a lapped car got him the lead back here in the second race in year 2.
A little bit of karma, perhaps.
Front.
Finally got his first career win earlier this season. And here he is, going for number 2. And you look at the 98 of Asteroid Strike, he's had a terrible year this year compared to what he had last season. I mean, made the chase-offs, was definitely one of the title contenders in the 98 last year, and then this year misses the chase. hasn't really been fighting for wins at all. He's 24th in points. But a good run so far today sees him in second.
So he's trying to prove all the doubters wrong and try to come out with a win here today to show that he deserves to be in the Chase-Off Season 3.
Thick Daddy looking to the bottom of Xander M. The 01 covers his line through 1 and 2. But they're actually going to get a really good run here on the 98 down the backstretch. That's going to compress second through fourth again.
They check up in those turns and it just wads up everyone behind the leader. When you think they have a run, they just start checking up in the turn. I think it might be a worn tire thing because we weren't seeing that necessarily too much early on in this run.
Oh boy, some great tire marks in 1 and 2 up against the wall. I've seen some wrecks earlier today. But these drivers really settling into this groove now. It's so hard to make moves on the bottom on these worn tires. See just how close the 01, the 74, and the 98 are, and then coming out of the corner, Big Daddy has to move way up the track. And that's going to give AFK and Caleb Stroup a pretty good run here. So on lap 36 of 80 here, if they pit now, they should be able to make it to the end. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see these guys coming around lap 40, lap 50, making some green flag pit stops if it comes to that. The first car who has pitted is the 95 of What Incarnation, but he's way down the order. I think the only cars that pitted are the ones who had to repair damage. I don't even know where Carnation is. P23. Oh, we got a slow car. Slow car. Problems for the 85. Hello MU is really slow. He's got to get down to the bottom of the track. Oh, he's getting hit by KHP into the wall.
Oh
my goodness.
Get down.
Big problems for the 85. The points leader.
What a turn of events.
Championship implications. If he has to pit under green. Oh, we got a wreck. We got a wreck. The 33's around. KHP's out.
Oh.
Caution. Caution on the track. That might have just saved Hello IMU.
Hello. Yeah, that's what I was just going to say. Wow.
And that'll be the end of the season for the 8 for sure. KHP will be out of this race.
Oh, geez. Lots of damage for the 33. That right side just caved in.
They have not retired the 85 car. So I don't know if it was a tire problem or what, but he checked up so suddenly. And I'm sure it was a direct result of that. I put the 8 in the wall. That might
be the championship moment right there, the timing of that caution with the 85 just starting to slow down.
So this was... I mean, it was real bad. He's in 13th place. Everything's okay. Entering 1 and 2... And he just slows way down, holds up the 28, the 11, they barely get under him. And now he's trying to get to the bottom of the track, but doesn't quite turn sharply enough.
I have a vibration.
And KHP just has nowhere to go, because he's got Carnation under him. And he goes right into the side of the 85. He bounces off the wall, almost takes out Chase the Coyote. Now the 8 is off pace, and he tries to come down as he... Oh, and he squeezes into Michael Deitch, and goes hard into the wall in turn 3.
Oh, jeez.
Hello isn't guaranteed a spot in the Championship 4. I mean, he's doing well based on points, but...
You guys remember, no one is safe. That should be the slogan.
I don't think he's safe. Yeah, no one's safe. Oh, KHP just turned left into Deitch. I feel so bad for
Carter. Trying to get down to the pits there. That'd be my guess. The AI was just programmed trying to get down to the bottom to get to the pits.
Well, pit stops for everyone else, and I'm assuming it's going to be 4 tires and fuel for everyone. I mean, that was a long run into green we had.
Right, so now where will the 55 come out? That's the big question.
In the lead. So the 55, the 98, the 74, they all come out in order. Ooh, Xander M lost a few spots here. I mean, he entered the pits in third. It was 55, 98, 74, 02. And just a slow stop. Oh, and he gets held up.
Oh,
As they're going 3 wide, Strout pulls out of his box. And and he has to get way out of the gas behind the 41. Loses a lot of time and a lot of spots. So, a bit of shake-up down the order, but Rusty Broussard is going to hold on to the lead. So KHP has retired. Hello IMU in the 85. Where's he at? What is Carnation doing? He's finding his spot. We're going to have to find where the 85 is. And he is a lap down. So Hello still loses a lap.
Is he the only car lap down right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was, I think it was a tire problem. It must have been, because they put all the tires back on it and he was totally fine.
So as long as he can stay just 1 lap down, if another caution comes out, he'll... Right? No.
Yeah, well... He should...
That's
he's
double file restart. He needs
he's going to be
rate.
first car on the bottom line. He has to be in front of the leaders when the caution comes out.
That's right.
But he should still be okay in terms of chase-offs, because he's sitting 36th. I mean, unless, you know, Johnston and Carter and Rainey all do well, which Carter was just involved in that wreck. Johnston was involved in the first wreck. So I think Hello's going to be all right in terms of making the Championship 4. He's worked hard over the chase-offs so far. He's won a race. He should be okay. But definitely either a loose wheel or a tire going down or something going into turn 1. Which really was the cause of all of that carnage.
Yeah, just everyone bouncing around and trying to get to the pits after the fact, after that initial checkup and contact.
So confirmation here from DS and Whitefish, who did the math. Hello's good. He's going to make it. Unless he gets a penalty or some sort of crazy incident within the next week, he's going to make the Final 4.
A suspension.
You never know. Lights are out in the pace van, and these guys won't have to pit again. We should be able to go straight to the end, but of course, we could have some more carnage and some more pit stops.
Through this caution cycle, we officially passed the halfway point. We are over the crest for this race. We are now downhill on the back 9 for the final half of...
Where the heck is Hello?
Second to last race of this Sim Series season.
Where's the 85? He's supposed to be on the bottom here. Oh, maybe because he was the cause of the caution, he doesn't get to go to the inside line. I don't know what the rules are on that. I probably should. But Hello MU will not be able to pull up on the bottom side, so he's going to stay up in line in the pack. And he's about halfway down there.
File. You do have double file restarts on, because that last one was a double file restart. Interesting.
Whitefish, I think the lease is 37. Anyways, with under halfway to go, everyone fueled and tired to the end. This is going to be pretty darn cool. And I think with these fresh tires, we're going to see more guys going 3 wide, going to the bottom again. And we've already seen 3 wide for the lead on a couple of occasions. Green flag in the air again. Rusty Broussard leads.
Who doesn't love seeing a good old-fashioned Michigan restart?
Oh, it's pretty old-fashioned for now, as they're going single file. And the 85 of Hello is off pace. He's putting them 3 wide behind him. Hopefully that doesn't result in a mess. Let's go back to the front and see what happens here. And I think some of these guys are going to get a pretty big run down the backstretch. I don't think anyone wants to duck out a line just yet. They don't want to be stuck on the bottom if everyone leaves them hung out to dry. Into 3 and 4, Rusty Broussard moves a bit up. The 98 checks up, sends everyone else up the track.
Oh man, those checkups.
And it looks like the pack behind them is okay. Caleb Stroup is going to try the bottom, so will his teammates, the 25 and the 16. 3 McShane Motorsport cars in the bottom. In fact, looks like they're going to go 3 wide with Trace Ryder on the top. And that's not going to work out for Brad Flynn. He has to get way out of the gas. That's going to allow Xander M to get to the top side. Meanwhile, DNP starting to fight Thick Daddy for 3rd place. 18 has a good run on the bottom side. And the 41's going to try and follow as well. So DNP 10 up to 3rd place. Caleb Stroup trying to make it work on the bottom of the 74. Trace Ryder got a great run off the top side. He's up into 6th.
I mean, he's just been fast all day. Been up in top 5, top 10, basically the entire race.
DNP has it hooked together right now. He is right on the back bumper of the 98 coming out of turn 2. Just moved up into 3rd on the previous lap. Here he is knocking on the door for 2nd place. That's getting real dicey behind them with the 25, the 6, the 16. A big gaggle of cars, and the bottom side has to get way off the throttle. Oh, Thick Daddy got moved up the track. Here comes the 41 of Caleb Stroup to complete the move up into 4th place.
And you get the push from Trace from behind.
Trace is going to try and follow on the bottom.
Looks like he's clear.
See how well this works through 1 and 2. And they're side by side for 2nd with DNP on the bottom as well. But DNP doesn't have a great run off the corner. He's going to have to get back in line. And now he's going to be vulnerable to the 41 of Caleb Stroup. Meanwhile, Trace still trying to work the bottom side on Thick Daddy, but it's not working well so far. Thick Daddy and the 74 are able to defend the position, and it looks like Xander M and the 01's going to try the outside as well.
Anyone second on back is just at such a disadvantage to try to get a run.
Still mostly single file at the front, with Trace Ryder stuck on the bottom. But his teammate McSpookboy in the 6 going to try and help him.
Gives him a push to get clear of the 0-1.
Asteroid Strike in striking distance of Rusty Broussard in the 55. DNP still pretty close as well.
Gonna check up again, but he didn't lose too much ground that time.
And he's got a good run still as the 41's trying the bottom of the 18, but he's not quite there. It is really, really close at the front of the field.
It's just someone's got to get their nose underneath the 55 and just move him out of the groove.
Speaking of out of the groove, the number 92 of Ryan Johnston making some good moves. He's up into 16th place. CodyHGaming also moving forward. He's on the bottom side.
Starting 39th up to 14th, apparently.
Oh, DNP got moved up the track in 3 and 4. Here comes the 41, and Thick Daddy's going to try and go 3 wide.
There's contact between the 18 and the 41 there.
For 4th place. 3 wide into turn 1. Thick Daddy on the very bottom of the track. I don't think that's going to work. He's not going to have a very good run out of the corner. And it looks like the 18's going to hold on somehow. Let's go back and take a look at 3 and 4.
I swear the 41 and 18 made contact.
Oh, he was right behind the 98, and it was he just went to the outside mid-corner. That was not going to work. Oh!
Yep, there's the...
They did make contact. The 41, Caleb Stroup getting into the 18 as he's coming up on him, coming out of the corner. That could have been way worse. Did a great job not only of keeping it off the 18, but keeping himself from spinning out. Trace Ryder, top 5. Have those 4 words ever been said in that order?
Hey, no.
Got past Thick Daddy. See if he can close in on the lead 4.
Officially 30 laps to go. 30 and closing.
Rusty Broussard still in control.
Tandem to the outside of the 55 or something. That's going to be the only way to get around him. Unless I pass him in the pits or something.
Well, they shouldn't have any more pit stops.
That's true. That's right.
But you're right. I think they just have to work together and get a really good run. But, I mean, for DNP... I mean, he's 14th in the standings. Even if he wins the race, I don't know if he'll make it.
The 98 keeps doing the same thing every time he gets up on the 55's bumper in the middle of the turn, but then he checks off and then he ruins the momentum of 2nd and 3rd.
I think he has to prevent getting into the bag of 55 and spinning him out.
Spin him.
So yeah,
last race of the season, baby.
TS, I agree. I don't think DNP can do it. I think he's so far down the order that it's just impossible for him to make it. So I wouldn't be surprised if he's fighting just to get that win. Because his championship fight is pretty much over. He gets way out of the gas in 3 and 4. The top 4 are still very close together. This whole pack is spread out so much since that restart.
The 55 just looking so strong right now.
Sander M getting passed around the outside by Brad Flynn, maybe. The 01 trying to hold his own on the bottom, but I don't think that's going to work out. He's getting back in line. So he's going to lose that spot. Trace, meanwhile, he's holding up the 74 and the 6. A gaggle of dodges. Sitting 5th, 6th, and 7th. And the top 4 still. No movement here. DNP peeking to the inside of the 98. Side by side through 1 and 2. I don't know if that bottom side's going to work. I think he would just need help from the 41 if he wants to make that move. DNP gets back in line.
That's what confused me, making you think, or made me think that you use the Pinty's mod for this. I forgot you have the dodges in this for the cup mod.
Heck yeah.
That's what confused me.
So Sander M sitting in 9th place. Should be good to make the Final 4. Let's check in Richard Herman. Herman 23rd. Not great, but he's sitting 2nd in points. He should also be able to make the Final 4. And then Chase the Coyote in the 7. He's sitting 20th. But he's also doing okay in points. Unless Johnston, Friesen, Rainey, unless those guys start winning. Johnston 16th, I don't think will be enough. Rainey's had some trouble. Carter's had some trouble.
Yeah, just as long as those guys that are decent points don't DNF today, they probably should be locked in.
Midlife is sitting 10th. If he keeps moving up, he could have a shot. But I think it's going to take a caution. If we got the 18 to the outside of the 98 for 2nd. So DNP finally completes the move. He goes around the outside of Asteroid Strike, and he's got a decent run on the 55 here.
Check up.
DNP has a shot here. He could win it. And Trace Riders closed in on the back of this group as well.
Yeah, the 18 looked a little bit faster in that run. It was just a matter of getting around the 98 or not.
Oh, he's right behind the 55 now, and if anyone's going to do it, it's going to be him, but we've got lap traffic. Hello, I'm you in the 85. He's still experiencing troubles.
No one is safe.
He's on track trying to get as many points as possible. He is the points leader. Here comes the 18 to the bottom, barely under the corner of the 55 of Rusty Broussard. Oh, just keeps it off him coming out of the corner.
He didn't check up. He's got to run, kind of. He's underneath him.
They're both going to get past the lap car, no problem. It looks like all of the leaders are going to get around Hello. So good job by the 85, keeping it up by the wall, staying out of the way. Asteroid striking the 98 back into the picture.
98's got to push the 18, like past the 55 on the outside here. That's going to be the only way. The cars dodge around that slower car in the background.
While they're approaching 20 to go. And the top 5 in a pack of their own.
Just
Everyone else is still working to get around the 85. Sander M's been losing a lot of spots. In fact, he's going to get caught behind the 85 a little bit. He's going to lose out to midlife as well.
Oh, that was close.
Rusty Broussard has done it all right since he's gotten to the lead, but DNP is right behind him.
18 has a good run.
Yeah, he's not going to go anywhere with it, though. He's going to peek to the inside, now he has to check up. It's the same story we've seen so many times.
If he peeked to the inside like before when he did, he could have gotten his nose underneath. 20 to go. Got 20 lap shootout here.
Trace Ryder completed the pass on Caleb Stroup. He's up into 4th place.
Watch out for Trace to play spoiler here.
Might have been
Got a
saving
good
his
run on
stuff
the
earlier.
98.
Yeah, he's right behind him. But again, not peeking to the inside.
And
DNP still
get a
right.
miracle run.
Oh boy. Well, he's got a lot of time to do it at least. And he should be able to experiment a little bit and still use the draft to catch up to the 55. I don't think Rusty Broussard can get away.
No, not with this draft package.
DNP he keeps peeking to the inside of the back, but he's not getting under him.
Just a dominant number 55. I don't know if there's anything else to say.
Well, he's gonna have to work hard if he wants career win number 2.
Got a decent run here. Is he gonna peak? Nope. Man, look how close these top 5 are.
Yeah, Trace and Asteroid just caught right back up to the 18, which actually could help him. If he can get a good push from them.
From behind, come on here. You just need to get your nose underneath. 55 is just dominant. Now they're gonna check
Oh,
up here
Asteroid
again.
Strike goes to the top of the track in turn 4. Here comes Trace Ryder, clears him, and completes the pass up into 3rd
Trace.
place.
Trace gonna play spoiler here at Michigan.
Just slowly working his way up this pack. A career drive so far today from Trace Ryder in the 39. And look at that top 5, my goodness.
Just under a blanket.
Trace Ryder does not have a single top 10 finish this season, and he's currently running 3rd.
And 6th or 10th are pretty close together too. That second little pack.
Oh, Asteroid Strike moved up again in turn 3, and here comes the rookie. And I mean rookie in his first start, Caleb Stroup. What an incredible run he's had. They're going to be side by side here for 4th place.
And in the 47 or 41 used to be Priya.
Yeah, Priya's sitting out because of the wreck she had at Texas.
That's what I thought.
Stroup gets back up in line. The 18 is right behind the 55 again.
Come on, peak.
Gets a good run through 3 and 4.
You have to check up at all.
But just unable to close that last little bit. Here we go to the inside in turn 1. DNP trying to make the move for the race win. Side by side with Rusty Broussard.
Love to see it.
Rusty
And he
getting a
make it stick.
good run on the outside, though. And I think he's going to defend. But Trace now has a good run at 2nd. Trace goes to the outside before DNP can close it off. DNP now to the bottom, has to get out of the gas, will hold on to 2nd, and Trace is going to be held back in 3rd.
He tried. He got a run. He at least peeked to the outside that time.
Well, he's going to have more chances here, as that was 15 laps to go. 14, sorry.
Yeah, we still got 14 to go. There's still plenty of time. A caution come out. You never know what's going to happen. No one is safe in the Sim Series.
No one is safe. And now Trace and Asteroid back behind the 18. What's up, Wolf Mill?
There's going to be a big run. I can see it. I can see a big run happening, and with the 10 to go, getting past the 55 here. Trace going to go to the front.
It's getting tough. The more and more they use these tires, the worse and worse their exit becomes. The ticker? Oh, it's complicated. I'm working on getting a tutorial out for it. It's pretty complicated.
He's right there. He could have peeked there. He didn't, though.
Yeah, he keeps doing it mid-corner, then he's got to check up, and there he goes.
I think the biggest factor that might change up the lead, where's the next slow car at?
So Austin Ripp is entering 1 and exiting 2 right now, as the leaders are just getting into turn 1. So he's still a ways away. As Trace goes high in 1 and 2, here comes the 98 trying to fight. Trace is going to have to run off the corner. And this battling for third is just leaving the top 2 all alone.
Austin Ripp is running like 2 seconds slower lap times than the leaders, so they're going to catch him with 13 to go. They're definitely within 26 seconds of him.
Still looking to the inside. Getting an okay run, but just can't quite make a move on the 55.
We might have another lapped car playing spoiler here to the leader. I'd be curious to see what's going to happen with Austin Ripp when they catch him. Lap 69, guys. Well, everyone else is saying nice in the chat. I had to point it out.
Well, it's lap 70 now, so you missed that opportunity. Wolfmill, thanks for the Twitch follow. Welcome in. I'm glad you enjoyed the show and the ticker. And we're going to have the finale next week from Homestead, so that's going to be real interesting when the top 4 in points are going to fight it out for the title.
Man, don't rule Trace Ryder out. He's been looking quick these last 20 laps or so.
Well, he's gotten past the 41. He's gotten past the 98. He tried on the 18, but just couldn't complete the pass. The top 2 are just so good. So good.
Sometimes people can complain about how the passing is impossible. It's super hard to pass. Sometimes the leader is just that dominant.
Big Daddy's had some trouble. He's dropped back into 7th. Brad Flynn has put together a good run. He's caught up to this lead group of 5 that were pretty much separated from everyone else for 10, 20 laps. See if he can assist his teammate, the 41.
Once again, not trying to play the bias card here or anything, but mover of the race, CodyHGaming, the 28, started 39th, is now in 13th.
Not to toot your own horn or anything, though.
Oh yeah. Oh,
I'd like to also point out here. Look at the top 4: Chevy, Toyota, Dodge, Ford, from 4 different teams, 4 different manufacturers.
Love to see it. Where are they in relation to Austin Ripp now? So that might be the next big obstacle for Rusty Roussard, is navigating past the lap car.
Oh, it's pretty close.
Yeah, I mean, if he gets held up, I mean, the other cars behind him could just go flying right by.
They're in the same camera shot now.
That might be 2nd through 5th's like last chance.
Really, yeah.
Here is Rusty getting held up by this lapped car they're coming up on.
Boy, 2 seasons in a row, Rusty losing the win to lap cars? It couldn't be. I mean, he got the lead because of a lap car. Come on, Rusty.
You live by the lapped car, you die by the lapped car. Well, let's see if he can redeem himself. He'll have to in about a couple laps here. Meanwhile, he's starting to pull away from 2nd through 5th.
Yeah, they keep battling for 2nd here. He's got Trace and Asteroid. They're close behind. Stroup going to the top side, trying to get around the 98.
Unable to do so.
But he'll have a big push from his teammate, the 16. Here's Austin Ripp, and here's the leaders heading into turn 1. How much will this affect them? He's sitting right in the racing line. That's going to hold up Rusty pretty good. I'm sure he won't be happy with that. Who's going to go to the bottom first? They're staying behind down the back. It's all going to come down in 3 and 4. The top 4 bumper to bumper. The 55 has to check up. And Trace is going to get to the bottom of the 18.
Don't rule Trace Ryder out.
So Rusty does get under Austin Ripp, but the 39 has the 98 behind him, and here comes Brad Flynn in the 16. DNP's going to get very much held up by the lap car. Trace Ryder into 2nd.
Oh, that was close.
3, oh, they're going to try and go 4 wide out of turn 2. This isn't going to work, boys. There goes the lapper. They're going around. 85 spins out, the 16 way down the banking.
Is he out of the racing line, so no caution?
Caution.
Wow.
That's it. Race is over.
Wow. 55 coming away.
Rusty Broussard is going to win it under caution.
After last year's heartbreak with the lapped car, he wins by the lapped car this year. You live by the lapper, you die by the lapper.
And Trace Ryder's going to finish in second. And Caleb Stroup is third.
His first ever start.
What an
a
incredible
story.
top five. DNP is going to finish fifth with a banged up race car. Brad Flynn ended up losing a couple of spots. Thick Daddy's going to come home, I think, in sixth.
What a story. Lapper redemption for the winner. The guy that's been struggling all year finishes second, and first ever start in the Sim Series comes away with a podium finish.
I mean, that's an SSAL champion right there. His first time on the big track. Making moves.
Proving why he's the Amateur League champion.
This is the best pace car I think I've ever seen. I'm glad you're a fan of the Sim Series pace fan. I too very much enjoy it.
Are we going to be done here? Or are we going to have like a one-lap shootout?
No, we have to be done.
Okay.
There's no way. I mean, they got the caution at the start of 77.
I don't know. If we get the one to go next time by, there's going to be a one-lap shootout. I
There's
don't
no
think there
way.
will be, but there's like a 1% chance there might be. Don't get your hopes up, folks.
No one pitted.
That's what I'm saying, because no one pitted, so they don't have to wait for the pit side
I'm gonna
glitches.
rip the band-aid off here and just find out. Just accelerate my way over here because I'm impatient. So let's see if the lights turn off in the pace van. I don't think they will.
I don't think they will, so don't get your hopes up, folks, but there's a 1% chance there might be a one-lap shootout.
1% is not much. Yeah, lights staying on. Okay, that'll be the end of the race. Rusty Broussard will win under caution for the second week in a row. God damn it. I feel like we've had such a good run in Season 1 of races not ending under caution, yet here we are. So we're going to accelerate through to the finish. And take a look at the standings. Rusty Broussard wins over Trace Ryder, Caleb Stroup, Asteroid Strike, and DNP with a top 5. Thick Daddy, a great run in the 74. He finishes 6th. And we're going to take a look at the standings. And we're going to get it going to take a look at the top 4 in points. Because
we'll advance to the final round, round 4, the chase.
Next week, I'd like to remind you, Race 20, the final event of the season at Homestead Miami Speedway. The 4 cars at the top of the points board will be equal, and the highest finisher will win the champion, will be the Season 2 champion. And I think much like last season, it's going to be a fantastic show. So, before you go, we're going to pull up the results. And we're going to take a look at which 4 made it. I think it's going to be the 85, 53, 7, and 01, but we really don't know until we put the numbers in and we check the results.
Go watch the race at Homestead before it's demolished for condos, folks.
Rip Homestead Miami Speedway. All right.
Rip Coca-Cola Speedway. I see you, Fiasco.
Hi, Fiasco. That was a good bit. I enjoyed that bit. All right. The points are updated. And we are going to take a look after 19 rounds what the standings look like. All right, loading up the results. The final 4 are going to be Hello, I'm You, Richard Herman, Chase the Coyote, and Xander M, whom I think is the only car to make both final 4s, unless Hello did. Ryan Johnston just misses out, as does Carter Freeze and Luke Rainey. Midlife up to 8th, not good enough. Spookboy, KHP, Pure, Hunter B, Ben Pie, DNP, DS Gaming, and Priya all out of the chase-offs.
You hate to see it.
Savage Toy Show up into 17th. Rusty Broussard up to 18th. Boy, it's a shame he turned it on so late in the season. If he was in the chase-offs, I mean, he would have had a fantastic run, as he's gotten a pair of wins, but unfortunately missed out on the 16-car chase-offs. Then it's Fireball and to AFK Master. Taking a look at the next page. Carnation, last year's champion, sitting in 21st. What do you mean these are
Oh,
last
the
week's?
mighty have fallen.
It literally says, pal, I'm trying to be... It literally says these are 19 starts, pal. God damn it. Hold on. Ah! Alright. Chat's better at keeping track of the damn points than I am. Here are your friggin' results.
Never underestimate the
Basically
chat.
the same thing. Carter Friesen's 5th. Spookboy 6th. Johnston 7th. Midlife went up to 8th, so that's nice. DNP, Luke, Hunter B up to 11th. Not good enough. Rusty Broussard is the first of the drivers who didn't make the chase off, so that makes a little bit more sense.
Carnation jumped up to 20th.
Well, that's one extra spot. He's still 19 off where he finished last season. Not great.
A little bit fall from grace there.
Asteroid Strike up to 21st. The 28 isn't 28th. I mean, it's just perfect. Julio Caesar's had a great second half of the season. He's climbed up to 42nd.
Wait a minute, before you refresh the points,
77th.
I was 27th. I finished 13th today, and then after refreshing the points, I dropped a spot.
Were you that bad?
I finished 13th in the race today. So just whoever passed me just must have finished better.
It's probably Jake. Jake finished 9th.
There we go. Yeah, that was probably it.
Anyways.
Sorry.
We'll keep looking down the standings. I don't know where Caleb Stroup is, but... Oh, there you go. 59th after one start. So pretty darn well for a single start. He's 59th in the points. And those are your standings going into the final event. Don't miss out next week, because Homestead is going to be one heck of a time. We're going to crown a champion. And a little teaser for y'all. I've been working on the package a little bit. I know I say that every week, but this one's good. This one's going to be nutty, and they actually can pass. It's going to be cool. Anyways, if you want to keep up with the series, or if you want to join the series, join the Discord. I do recommend it. Cody, thanks for jumping on board, being a part of the show. This is actually really fun. It was cool.
Thanks for having me. Great race. It was a pleasure to be here.
Next week, I think we're going to have Jacob back for better or for worse. That's pretty much it. Where do you sign up? Well, it's a bit complicated, and Season 3 is going to be a while away. There won't be open signups, I don't think, for a couple more months. But yeah, Fiasco wants a ride too. Fiasco, we might be able to figure something out. Anyways, I'm going to see you guys next week. In 1 hour is a core race. I'll put links to that in the Discord. I'll be racing in that. That's at Dover. Again, for better or for worse.
We did get 10 people, so we have a double-digit entry list.
Oh, that's good. 10 p.m. is Clown Reel. No stream tomorrow. Maybe Thursday. Definitely Friday. All right. That's pretty much it. Bye now. See you next week. You don't want to miss out next week. It's the finale.
Click that like button.
If there's anything you're going to watch, you might as well watch the last one. But I appreciate you guys here watching race number 19. See you later.
Bye-bye.